This problem is based on derangement principle. Herein we have 5 cops go to a cemetery. They leave their caps in a bag and pick them up after returning. In how many ways can they pick up the caps such that exactly one person picks up his own cap? So let the caps be C1, C2, C3, C4 and C5, and men be M1, M2, M3, M4 and M5. Suppose C1 is the cap of M1, C2 is the cap of M2 and so on. Here it is given that in how many ways they can pick up their caps such that exactly one cop picks up his cap, which means 4 of the remaining cops pick up cap of somebody else, or the cap that is not his or her own. So first of all we need to pick a cop who gets his cap, and this can be done in 5C1 ways. So let's say cop C1 gets his cap, that is M1, and all the remaining cops do not get the cap that is his or her own. So C2 can get any of the caps out of M2 can get any of the caps out of C3, C4 and C5. So consider the first case when he gets cap C3. In that case M1 can get cap either C2 or C4 or C5. In case he gets cap C2, then M4 and M5 can get a cap only in one way, and when he gets cap C4, that is when M3 gets C4, then M4 and M5 can get a cap each in exactly one way, and when M3 gets C5, then again M4 and M5 can get a cap each in one ways. So in case M2 gets cap C3, there are 3 ways in which the 4 cops from M2 to M5 gets a cap each of a person other than the remaining one, and this can be done in 3 ways. Similarly, when M2 will get cap C4, then there will again be 3 ways in which M3, M4 and M5 could choose cap such that none of them gets his or her own cap. And similarly there will again be a 3 ways when M3 gets cap C5 for the choosing cap for M3, M4 and M5 such that none of them gets his own cap. So the total number of ways in which 4 guys can get a cap each such that none of them gets his or her own cap is 9, and there is exactly one person who gets the right cap, and this is possible in 5c1 ways. Therefore the required number of ways will be 5c1, which is 5 into 9. Therefore 45 is the correct answer, which is option C. One more thing here, we can understand that the answer has to be a multiple of 5, and if we have a look at option, there are only two options that are multiple of 5, but often option 5 can easily be eliminated, as the number of ways will certainly be more than 5, because there is more than one way in which 4 guys can redistribute our caps in such a way that no one gets his or her own cap. So from this understanding we can get the correct answer without doing anything, any calculation or looking into any concept, just by understanding that the answer will be a multiple of 5.